Okay, I am headed out of Cooper Gap. I just finished Sassafras Mountain. Before that, Hawk Mountain. About, I guess, maybe 13 miles into the trip. Things are going pretty well. My legs feel good. Stomach's fine. All that good stuff. The only problem is, I had a little bit of an accident. About 2.5 miles into the trip, I fell. And I think I cracked a rib. Most of it I took with my chest, and that's not a good thing. Got about 95 miles to go, and it hurts with every step. So we'll see. I don't know. It'll hurt sleeping, I'm sure, and it hurts running. I've been running the downhills, running most of the flat, well, running all the flats, not many flats though, and running most of the gradual uphills. This is a pretty steep one, so I'm walking. We'll see you later. Okay, we're at the top of Big Cedar Mountain, about 23 miles into the trip, and this is by far the best view I've seen all day. Really beautiful. My ribs are hurting, I'm tired, but this is what it's all about. This is why I'm doing this, to see this kind of stuff. Okay, I did make it to Slaughter Creek campsite. There are 3 guys camping here. It's at the base of Blood Mountain. The last several miles were tough. It's been a long day, about 10 hours and a half. A lot longer than I expected. But the rib and the terrain, I guess, have added to that. It's almost dark, as you can tell. There's a red sun behind me. I don't know if you can see it, but it's time to pitch the tent before it gets too. Oh, it's been a long day so far. I'm at Low Gap Shelter. It's about 14 miles into day 2. I've got about 13 more to go, so they say. I may not make it all the way to my final destination today. I may stop at Unicoi Gap, which is about 3 miles short. It's been a rough day. I got a little bit of a late start, and I hung around for about 45 minutes at the store at Neal's Gap. So we'll see. Rib hurts. I'm just tired. Everything else is okay though, I guess. Hey, yesterday was a really tough day. It took me about 10 hours to cover 25 miles, and it definitely was not supposed to take that long. It was a very difficult section covering Wildcat Mountain and Rocky Mountain and Blue Mountain and some others, which were tough. I'm camping here at Rocky Mountain, which was the final climb of the day, and when I got to the top it was dark. It was 9 o'clock. It was the toughest climb of the day, over 1,100 feet. Just in this last little climb of a mile. So, you know, the reason it was so slow is because of my rib. I've developed a blister on my foot, which isn't a big problem, but just the rib is slowing me way, way, way down. I can barely run, just some of the downhills, and I definitely was planning on being a lot faster than this. I thought every day was going to take about 7 or 8 hours. Yesterday took me 10. Really, it took me 12. 12 real hours, including about an hour stop at Neal's Gap, talking to some people, purifying water and that kind of thing. So I was really out there 12 hours yesterday, which is way too long to be on your feet. But today I'm starting at Rocky Mountain. I'm getting picked up today because this is the final day because I can't make it another a 4th day because of my rib. I could barely sleep. It hurts to breathe, and I can't put my hand over my head or anything. I can't lift anything really with my left arm because it hurts so bad. But I'm getting picked up at, I think it's Dick's Creek Gap, which is, I think, about 70 miles into it. That's the best I can do. That's 3 days, and that's the best I can do. See ya. I feel great today, actually. I'm not sure why, but feel very good, in good spirits. I know that I get to eat enough today. I've been really behind on calories. I've taken in only about 150 to 200 calories an hour, which isn't nearly enough. But today I know that I got really unlimited food supplies, and that's kind of comforting. So here I go, descending the rocky slope of Trail Mountain. I'm almost done. Got about 3 more miles to go on the last little stretch before Dix Creek Gap. And you know, the trip was not exactly what I planned. I thought it was going to be a running trip with some walking up the hills. It turned out to be not so much about running. A lot about endurance, but not a whole lot about running. You know, I guess over the course of the whole trip, I might have run, I don't know, 40% of the way, something like that, which, you know, if you told me that a week ago, I would have been disappointed. But it is what it is. And like I said, it is about endurance. It is about perseverance. And yeah, I fell short of my goal of 110 miles. But with all the side trips for water, and I got lost once, it's going to end up being about 71 miles, 72 miles in 3 days, which isn't bad, especially given the fact that I have a broken rib. Doing it all self-supported, so, you know, that's something too. I could have gone out here and run 30 miles a day, and that wouldn't have been quite as hard, but I'm carrying all my stuff with me, which makes running difficult anyway with a broken rib, even tougher. The rib is broken, like right here, where my sternum strap goes on my pack. So every step it hurts. You know, it really hurts to breathe, hurts to raise my arm, all sorts of stuff just hurts. But you know, this trip was definitely worth it. I learned a lot about myself. I got to see a lot of cool stuff, a lot of wildlife. Saw a rattlesnake yesterday. Scared off a bear in the night, I believe. Lots of wildflowers, and you know, have really had a good time. Considering the fact that, you know, I'm kind of lame. I would do it again, of course. You know, and it, like I said, it told me a lot about myself. That's what running is for me. You know, whether it's how fast can you run a 5K, how fast can you run a marathon, how far can you run in one day, and this is a different test. How far can you push yourself even with great adversity? And I could have called Jennifer back 2 miles into it when I broke my rib coming down Springer Mountain. I could have gone to Neal's Gap and called it quits. That would be 30 miles into the trip. Thought about hitchhiking last night into Helen at Unicoi Gap, but decided to camp out and do what I needed to do today. I thought today was going to be 14 miles with getting lost a little bit, water trips, and all that. It's going to end up being about 17 and a half. I looked at the map wrong. It was really 15 and a half point to point. There's not any water anywhere near the trail in this section, which is kind of a bummer. So I've had to go off trail to find it. But all told, a good job and a good time. Bye-bye.